Yeah.
Eh.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, but no one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Yeah, there we go. Back. Woo!
We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Man, it's so good. You know what? The guy who did that I paid to do that, he's got Facebook posts right now, and I can't remember the rapper. Pretty famous rapper. He's on tour with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so cool. He made a big name for himself. He got pretty far. So that's awesome, man.
So nice.
Always nice to see that happen.
Yeah, for
Man,
sure.
that guy worked so hard for that. He was music all day, every day. That's all he did. But welcome. It is Under the Pale Moon homebrew game, our game that we play every Sunday from roughly 9:30, very lazy 9:30, till 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. And we are carrying on from last week, in which we flew from the desert west.
And man, are our arms tired.
Where we flew westward until we were attacked on our own ship by fey creatures, which were very unique, very beautiful creatures. And instead, of course, of talking to them or interacting with them, we went full force and started killing them.
Clairville talked to them. He said enough with them. Got the idea.
They attempted to.
They just
charm
wanted
it.
a little trinket and charm you and maybe make you deaf and
Yes,
deaf
we're the
and
bad
blind,
guys.
deaf and
Yeah,
blind,
we're
and
we're the bad guys because we killed them.
set you on fire. And oh man, that was fun.
Some of us will never sleep again.
I hope we're loud enough. I'm gonna turn up a little bit just to make you guys super loud.
Loud noises.
Good, you're in the red. Perfect. Yeah, so that was fun. And then we did the battle. We used the staff to heal our blindness and our deafness. And then we were going to go, I think, I don't know, to rest and on some watches. But maybe you want to do something first. Maybe you don't. You let me know. Otherwise, the ship will continue sailing on.
In addition to using the staff to remove the blindness and deafness, healing, because ow.
Yeah, they were pretty tough.
Yeah, you're
I
a
was
little
impressed.
bit of a crispy critter, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Some of my insides are on the outside.
Aw, poor muffin.
There we go. All right, so you heal up. Anybody else want to personally heal up or anything like that? You are on the
Let
deck
me
of the
take a
ship
look
right
at-
now.
I gotta look at my stats. I don't think I got hit. Oh no, I did get hit with something. I thought.
You were blinded.
I only got hit by blindness.
Yeah.
I didn't take any damage, just blinded.
I want to have a conversation
Yes, I do too.
with the other members of the party and ask them to describe what they saw.
Interesting. Okay.
Jackson will describe 3 very buff men of varying races, tones, and sizes.
Okay.
I saw three very beautiful half-elven women with elegant angel wings. A redhead, a blonde, and a brunette.
Okay.
May stayed under deck while working on the
Oh,
sending
They
stones.
didn't.
She was. Branthrin, of course, will reply with, I believe, dwarven figures of some type.
With lush beards.
Giving you the impression, obviously, that everybody saw something different. You did all note in some way, shape, or form that they were fey qualities around these creatures.
And I will say they kept calling out for the obsidian. Give me the obsidian.
Yeah.
As well, just to remind from last week, they did take the bag from Kylo and throw it over the side.
All that gold.
We did go down, locate object to find it.
That's right.
Yeah, you said
Right at the end.
the object before we left.
Good reminder. All right, so we did pick that up. They did not find what they were looking for. They did mention obsidian a couple times,
Yep.
as you guys were
Sounds like we have to go to do the Feywild quest now. Oh no!
Well, I want to talk about that. I just want to make sure that Clairval still has our little trinket that we've been carrying around. That he didn't lose it to the.
I still got it.
During the fight, no one did take anything out of that bag.
Yeah. Got it right here.
Now, when you do that, are you lifting the bag?
Yeah.
Okay, you weren't.
Well, I've
So take it out of the bag.
Remember, tied it on my back there, but yeah.
Okay. Just
I'm
making
tied
sure.
from my back and
Okay. It shows you the bag. And just so everybody understands, then Clairval has bag of holding number 1, and who has bag of holding number 2?
Well, I had it, but it's we retrieved it, so it's
Who's
probably in
going to carry it, or where are you going to put it?
Well, currently it has a bunch of gold in it, so we could empty the gold out into the cargo hold, and then I can carry it if you like.
Okay, as long as we know. And again, just let me know vague things like Jackson, where he says, I have pouches here, here, and here. Like he has some on his belt, he has some on his chest for other things in the game, if there's any thieves or if you fall into lava or who knows what.
This bag of holding was what? Like this was like the postman's satchel. The other one's a backpack.
The one was a backpack, yes, because we kind of made it that Ragnar had a backpack of holding for
Okay.
kind of thing. So that one's a backpack. His is like a bag, like a sack.
Yep.
Clairval's like a
Clairval's,
sack.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I want to carry this backpack?
back.
Where do you wear your quiver?
Back.
I have a like the Dark Souls. It's hip.
Okay.
It's a hip quiver. It's down mid back. So, but I do strap. If I take the axe with me, I strap the axe on my back.
Yeah, as long as we know where everything is and it makes sense. We can't have you with 28 battle axes all over.
I have 74. I have 74 different weapons. I dare you to find them all.
Several of those weapons are just shards of glass.
Some of them you may need a glove for.
As long as we know who has what. So if you have the backpack of holding, that's good. Again, it holds, I believe, 500 pounds.
I may or may not have a false tooth that is poison tipped. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're going to get punched in the face now and accidentally kill yourself with it.
I'm only joking about that, but that would be a good thing to have, maybe.
We've had that a couple times, I believe.
Where you get caught, taken into a jail, and you just pull that out and you kill all the guards and escape.
Oddly enough, and every NPC that had information that the PCs were trying to get info out of seemed to have
Had one
that
of those.
in the past.
They all have cyanide in their face. Kind of cyanide that melts them so they can't be brought back to life.
So we know who has what, and we're discussing. What are we discussing here?
Okay, so currently the other bag of holding's empty, so I will actually put it in my pack.
Well, maybe we should empty it because, like, I got a lot of shit in the bag of holding that we don't actually need to be carrying around with us. Stuff that we're probably okay leaving with the ship, like the gems and the jewels and like the art pieces
You're carrying artwork.
from our most recent raid, like with
Oh, you
sarcophagus and that.
Oh, you put stuff from there in your backpack in your pack too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can take some
Like,
stuff.
I've got the coins, the gems, the garnet, amber, and amethyst. I've got the 10 moonstones, the painted gold mask, the art offerings that were on the sarcophagus. sarcophagus coin. I've got all of that in this bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay, so put it all in the hold then.
Okay.
Just note what's staying in the bag, of course.
Okay. So who wants to? I'm keeping track of the bag of holding. So who wants to keep track of the hold?
Well, I have been keeping track of ship inventory.
Okay. So mark the following down then, there, Jackson. Move 900 platinum pieces. The art offerings at the sarcophagus. The painted golden mask. The 10 moonstones. The sarcophagus coins. And we had 100 gold pieces in various coins. And then there was gems of garnet, amber, and amethyst.
And a partridge in a pear
so
tree.
rich.
You made a lot of money.
We're filthy rich.
You guys raided a dragon horde, where the dragon is no longer there, and a mummy's tomb as well.
Staff of the Python, the Wand of Web, but we're not moving the weaponry and that kind of thing in there.
No.
So, like, we'll hold on to the Wand of Web, the Staff of the Python. I'm keeping the broken chessboard in there just because I want something to do when I'm bored.
Jackson's broken chessboard. You still have the window in there too, don't you?
Yeah,
You have window, don't you?
yeah, I have the window. I have the window and I have the city and door.
Okay.
There's other stuff in there too, but I don't think you're looking for a full inventory of that right now,
No,
are you?
no.
For a second there, I thought you said you had a city in a bottle.
No, but we
Maybe a
do
whole other
have
adventure.
a crystal bottle with the yellow and brown liquid that we haven't identified
Oh yeah,
yet.
that's true. That's
So-
true.
Pretty sure that's troll piss, but okay. Go ahead.
So you guys are moving around some inventory, getting the bags. You were talking, Clairval brought up, what did we all see? You found it was something different for everybody, and that they were, like I said, Fey-based creatures. Seemingly come out of nowhere onto the ship. I don't know if you want to get into any of that or not, or just think about that over your time.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning, like, full out to the group that we should probably think about dealing with that item that we've been carrying around for a long time, because this is not the first occurrence we've been attacked while flying.
Well, how do you propose we deal with it?
Well, we're heading back to Ashura, right? So we could talk to the Pathfinder and see if they know anything about what we can do with it, or we could go back to the Elven lands and talk to damn, I can't remember his name now.
Varys?
Varys, yeah, we could talk to Varys as
There
to
was,
what we should
just
do with it.
to remind you, outside of, well, in the campaign, Varys was the elven mage that you made friends of up in the Elven City, and at the party you spoke to Morik, who was the high mage in the Elven City, and he had a long conversation with Kyloke about the hoof at one time.
Yeah, may have been drinking at that, so I remember 100% what he said.
He
So he spoke about the
He spoke to you specifically about the object and what you could do with it. Clairval, I believe, brought up the idea of a cold iron box. Yep.
That's what we've got it in.
No, I don't believe so. You have it in just the bag of holding.
it's just in the bag of holding. It's
They
wrapped.
made a cold iron box for us to put it into the bag of holding, because cold iron box is just magic void.
You
We can
had
put that in the box.
you had brought it up at the time. I rewatched the video and I made a bunch of notes from it. It was a great idea. You just didn't pursue it. You had gotten that idea. He also told you.
Excited of us?
He also told you that you can't just throw it somewhere as
It causes problems.
It causes
I do
problems
remember that. You
with the
can't just leave
environment.
it somewhere because it's going to cause that area to become unstable, like the area we were in.
You also brought up to him about how to destroy it and whatnot, and he had said something about the abyss, and then Kylo had said something very funny, like let's go to the abyss or something like that, or let's just go over to the abyss, and then everybody kind of destroyed you for like a half hour. But after that, he had mentioned that it could there may be a possibility of that, but to access the abyss, you would have better luck in the city of Sigil, which was city of doors or plane of doors or whatever. It was a otherworldly place that had portals all over, type thing. These were old things that you remember.
Portal realm. Okay, city of Sigil. Is that Steven Seagal?
Sigil. S-I-G-I... I can't
I
spell
got it. S-I-G-I-L. Right?
There you
Sigil.
go. You got it. These were all things that you did talk of at the time. You knew these guys. So these are... you could talk to a Pathfinder. You could talk to these guys. These guys seem to know a lot about what you were up to.
Well, we should head north then, to the Alps.
Besides going back...
What?
You just want to call me Jake again.
You called yourself Jake. I just went along with it.
Yeah, I am not keen of heading back towards the elves if we can avoid it. Like, we got out of there without issue.
Oh,
I'd rather not tempt fate.
Come on, go give your mom a hug.
You do know you have a sending stone that you can talk directly.
We do have a sending stone. We can
with
talk
Varys.
directly to him. Yeah.
So it is all up to you. But I'm just giving you some ideas as you're discussing.
So while we're sitting here, why don't we talk to Varys? We'll pull up the sending stone, see if he's home.
Okay.
I'm in Dr. Bombay.
All right, you'll get Varys up on your little stone. You were able to talk to him, I believe, one-on-one.
Shepherd lost sheep.
Pretty much one-on-one with him. So you'll be able to strike up a conversation with him as you fly over the next while. And he can talk to you back and forth.
Oh, we're not actually going to talk to him? Okay.
No, you won't talk to him as a group. You have to talk to him like...
Oh.
Yeah, the stone will... Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk as a group here. While we're standing
Sending stone. It's not like a TV projection.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, but it'd be like a TV, a phone on speaker, no?
The cell phone that doesn't have speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We gotta improve that.
Maybe as an artificer, I can invent a cell phone with speaker.
Yeah, what are those things they call it? What they have at the office?
Telephone?
Not a telephone. When you sit around a boardroom, they got those things on the table for doing conference.
Intercom?
Like a conference intercom.
Speakerphone?
That's the word. Speakerphone.
So telephone.
Exactly what I said. No, not a telephone. Oh, a telephone.
A telephone's an overarching grouping of things. It's like saying a computer.
Special conference
I got a
phone.
computer. Well, what does it do? Turns on the TV.
Oh, you guys kill me.
All right. Just a Siri. That's not really a computer.
All right, following the conversation, Kylo decides he's going to contact Varys to have a one-on-one conversation. He is going to bring up those points, which will remind you, that kind of thing. Yeah, that went out on me. Cool. Is there anything specific you want to talk to him about or ask him about?
Would there be anything beneficial to us to bring it to him or to Morik?
He will say that in the previous discussion, they like the idea of the cold iron box, and since the time you've been gone, they've worked on that to the point where they found someone who can actually work with that material. It's a dwarven smith who can work with cold iron, because cold iron itself is a rare material and has to be brought to a point to be worked, but not all the way hot. And there's very few people that can do it. He's located someone who could do this if you actually have any cold iron.
Okay, well, I will ask, I will say, hold on, Varys, and I will talk to Branthrin and say, Branthrin, did we find any cold iron at all? Do we have anything? Because Branthrin knows his metals and ores.
I would talk to May as well, since she's our artificer and her builder, and
Yeah, May might know if we have something like that. But I know Branthrin has looked at walls and stuff and told us what the makeup of it is.
The only thing I can think of, I was going to leave this to you as players based on your loot. I don't remember if I've given you anything made out of cold iron. I think I did, but I'm not quite sure.
I don't have anything cold iron. Any notes about anything cold iron? Let me go back a couple.
I'm not familiar what would be made out of cold iron. So we have found some
He
statues
would
and stuff.
specifically tell us it was cold iron.
Yeah, I would have told you specifically. I didn't go through the loot list. I don't quite remember. If you do, he can, and you want to part with it, he can melt it down and have it made into a cold iron box. Other than that, you would have to come across some of the material yourself.
Once we have it in the box, then what? Do we just carry it around in the box?
It would
People
be.
ask us what's in the box.
So what they're thinking is that, like Clairval had stated, if it's in a box made out of cold iron, it's non-detectable.
So it would give us more time to get rid of it.
Well, we're less likely to have Faye coming to bug us with it.
True.
So as he's talking to you, do you bring that up that the Fae
Yep.
are attacking you?
Sure.
So
Why
he'll
not?
obviously this is where the cold iron box will come from. If it's in there, they can't, know that you have it. It's not like a beacon. They won't be after you that way. We won't be able to detect it and make your way to you. However, he'll say this is very intriguing. The Fae, he says, are usually very passive and they stay on their own plane, but they do inhabit the material world here and there in pockets. They don't usually act on their own though. They're usually sent by someone. He says, do you have any idea who could be sending them?
These ones didn't say anything, but I think the last one said something, but they didn't give a name, I don't think. Unless
We
one
were
of you
just
guys.
talking about what's in the box.
Yeah. What's in the box?
It's our dwarf.
Dwarfs in the box.
Oh, he's here!
Ah, you be there.
Hello, good sir. Now get that little dwarf off the map. Spilling his beer all over the map.
Now we got to turn Liam Driver from volume 50 because he screams in Warzone up to like 110 because he's impossible to hear in here.
Yeah.
So, you did have an encounter on the ship where they were referencing something of being sent by someone. Because you interrogated the little sprites, or whatever they were, in that container. You trapped them in the container, and you had asked them some questions. I don't exactly have that note in front of me. I just remember you asked them the questions, and I had provided you with answers at the time. Whoever made notes on that.
I can't find any notes on that.
We could always...
I was not there for that session.
I could always rewatch the video and get the information. However, they did mention that they were sent by someone. I'll get you the exact, of course, later what they said, but they were definitely sent. They didn't just appear on their own looking for this. And it wasn't very... they didn't give you an exact name or anything like that. So Varys
Yeah, I
will...
think it was just they sent us or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. I'm almost positive.
I found Morik spelled Drummond or Durin.
There you go.
I found the note on that guy.
Okay.
There was also a guy named Sorrow that Jackson spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if there's any notes here for.
Pretentious one. Jackson played chess with them.
Yeah. He had all the gossip.
Mm-hmm.
So they were sent by someone, and Varric will say to you, well, maybe a good place to start is finding out who they're being sent by and addressing that.
Oh, here's the thing. Others will try to claim the hoof. This is from when we actually were playing that. Destroying it. Return Orcus hoof. Return it to Orcus? No. return it to the abyss. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you said that.
No mage is strong enough. City of Sigil, or Sigil. Many doors located between planes, run by Mistress of Pain. And there's something here about Raywind Star is our company name, right? Is that still our company name?
It was your original company name, and you
Okay.
changed it to the Elven pronunciation that Clareville had.
Okay, and that's the only notes I have on it. I probably have something about our conversation with the last. I forget when we encountered the last set of Fae. Was that before we fought the?
It was with the sprites on the way to the desert.
Oh, okay, it was there. Okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking it was all the way back when we were fighting Macedo.
Yeah, once you had left the Jade Haven, the Fae had found you and attacked you.
Just
So
see me feverishly rummaging through my backpack looking for notes in my journal.
So what he feeds you, though, anyway, and as you talk to him, is that maybe you want to figure out who had sent them and deal with that. He kind of gives you that. Anything else you want to ask him specifically?
Oh, Gray Pixies. That's what they were, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Hello, what are you doing? It responds, which one are you?
Was that transcription?
Yeah. Colorful balls of light, hand size, on deck. Team name, Callan's Glear. That's our...
Yeah,
That's his hero song.
they were pronouncing your name. That's correct.
Yeah, they were saying Kaloon Bloon. Clareville tries to persuade them. Come to retrieve obsidian. Fake creatures, Airdene pixies.
Yep, that's right.
4 of them.
Got pretty good notes.
One had a pocket watch. But 5 art. Oh, work for the Fey Lords.
Ah, that's
All
what they
of them.
said.
Fey Council, meeting of the Fey Lords. What do they need the hoof for? Send message. We have seen the obsidian and the damage to our plane, and will not reveal it until we speak about Master's intentions.
Yeah,
Others will
because
come.
he or something.
Raoul was in a daze. He's okay though. And then the obsidian hoof, the Fey want it, and that's the last information
Okay,
I have.
so you know
So it's the Fey Lords.
that the Fey Lords from the Council of the Fey have sent them, but you don't know which lords or why.
So I don't believe we've relayed that to Varys, so I'm going to relay that information to Varys. So he
Okay.
knows what we're up against.
All
Because
right.
he's been around a long time. I know
Yes,
he's
he
been
has.
out of things for a while, but he's been back in the Elven City for, almost a year now?
Mm-hmm. He will say that the Fey Lords usually dwell on their own plane, of course, the Feywild. But there are, like he said, there are a number that still inhabit the material plane. Perhaps you could start there and try to find out if they know who's been sending these creatures after you. Which Fey Lord? Why? From where? As an option. You can get the material to build the box. You can investigate the Fae. You can do whatever you want to do.
We have a Dwarven Smith. What was the Dwarven Smith's name?
They did not give you a name. He just said he knew
Okay.
that of a dwarven smith.
Pardon me, Burn Smith.
Do we know where he's located? Does Varys tell us where he's located? Or is
Varys
he-
said that Morik had located him and could have, if you had come across cold iron, he could get it to him to forge a box for you.
We don't have any of that as far as I'm aware.
You may not.
But we are looking at moving towards Ashura to get some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
make
what
sure our
type-
house is in order.
What type of iron was it again? Sorry.
Cold
Cold
iron.
iron.
Cold iron.
Cold iron. Cold iron is magically inert.
Okay. I keep hearing coal or cold, so I wasn't sure. if it
Oh,
was
okay.
COLD.
Cold.
Like your katana.
Yes. Cold iron.
So that is the information you get from Varys himself. Do you want to have any other conversation with him or ask him anything, or are you good?
So if we were looking for a local Fey Lord, you said some will be on the material plane.
No,
Are
the
there any?
Lord would not be on the material plane, he said.
Oh,
Right, just
They'll
groups.
be on their own plane.
okay. So who on this plane? Because I know there's other planes we could go to, but who on this plane would we speak to that would represent or would have knowledge of the ongoings of the Fey Lords?
Well, he says that's what you'll have to figure out. He'll say that's where you have to formulate a plan on how to do that. Do you
Do I
seek
go
out
left or right?
Do you seek out actual groups of Fey? Do you
We could do
search
that,
out
yeah.
someone with knowledge of the Fey plane? Like, there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but he says that may be a starting point. He's just kind of throwing things at you right now.
Okay, question for Varys: Would a Pathfinder or a Mage Guild leader possibly have some information?
Mage Guild leader, he says no, they'll be too busy in the affairs of politics of mages. But a Pathfinder is a historian and a knowledge seeker, so they would obviously have information about almost anything and everything. They may not be the principal person to see on the subject, but they may have something for you, yeah. They're very knowledgeable. They usually have a lodge in every major town.
And just thinking while I'm talking to Varys, would the crystal ball that we recovered from the manor, the one that Clairvel had identified, would he be able to scry anything to give us some sort of lead?
Which crystal ball? His original crystal ball?
The original one that the Pathfinder actually had to look at before he could use.
His crystal ball. You mean could it peer into the Feywild?
That, or could it show us something on this plane that would direct us to a person of interest, so maybe we could, or a place of interest to go and.
Yeah, show you specifics as per the crystal ball, like how Clairvel used it before. You got to specifically be looking for something. Yeah.
You can't try in generalities.
Right. Yeah.
You'd be looking more like a divination spell, which is something that we need a cleric for.
Okay. Well, we have a cleric still, but she's probably not strong enough.
No.
We could see a cleric.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's many different ways, many paths. Whatever way you wanna try to do it, you can try.
While this conversation is going on,
Yeah.
Jackson is affixing one of the fire opals that he got back to the Helm of Brilliance.
Oh, how do you do that?
He is trying to replace it with the one that he consumed using it previously.
Oh, so repairing a magic item.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What skill-
Because that item has
skill is
limited
that?
uses and it
Yeah.
requires those gems.
Yeah, usually when the gems are used, they fall off the magic item until the magic item has no more, and then it is useless.
In this situation, Jackson has exactly the gem that he used,
That's
which is
interesting.
the fire opal.
That kind of crosses paths with create magic item to an extent. Not saying no. Of course, you could. You just have to learn the... it's more so than just attaching it. You'd have to figure out how to make it magically go. But you are in that school, so...
yeah, and it's a long enough voyage that he probably has time to peer over it.
Let's for that, do 2 checks. Do an arcane check.
21.
Ooh.
Nice roll.
And let's see. Do a... what would be a good check for crafting? That we could use.
What do we got here?
Just trying to think.
Maybe performance?
Sleight of hand,
Maybe sleight of hand. What else we got here? We got
parity, just a regular intelligence check.
Intelligence or wisdom, whatever's higher. Give us one of those.
All right, intelligence roll. That'll be a 16.
It's good. It's very good.
Nice.
During the trip, you're going to take time and you're going to study it and you're going to interact with the gem and the crown and replace it and use your knowledge of magic and the spell that came out of it to try to emulate everything that it did. You affix the gem to it. Pretty sure it works. You'll never know until you have to use it and test it out. But you got a pretty good understanding that, yeah, I've done this right. Should work.
Nice.
With that in mind, does anyone actively want to keep the helm as one of their items?
It would be it'd be one of your
Human
three.
part? Yep.
Yeah.
To attune to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already have, I think, 3 items set up.
It's not something that I see me using. May might. Oh, she's already got the other helm to control her automaton, though.
She's got
I mean, it wouldn't be
yeah,
wouldn't be a horrible thing for you to have as the least combat capable. I mean, physical melee combat. I think. Shocked.
Wow.
Gauntlet to throw
Wait a
there?
minute.
I meant your psychic manipulation is amazing, and your songs are hypnotic, but you kind of like
It will boil me over. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. You're kind of like the last person we'd send to fight a piece of Jello. So
Why would you fight Jello?
Last time we did that, it ruined our weapons.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the actual item?
Helm of Brilliance.
Helm of Brilliance?
Yeah.
And some gems are used.
but now we know they could be replaced.
Well, we replaced
so what
one.
gems are still available?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that for you. I have that actually listed.
All right, he'll send you that. All right, so you'll have that.
I will spend the time today to attune to the Helm of Brilliance.
Okay.
Question: how badly does it clash with my outfit?
Oh, it's gaudy. It's
Priority.
horrible.
Right, but that dragon shirt so much makes up for it, though.
It's a big, tall helmet of shiny metal that is covered in gaudy gems.
We are getting this re-enchanted somehow. I'm just putting that out there now.
You gonna put an illusion
I
on
am
it? So it
not
looks like
walking around like this.
Put an illusion on it so it looks like one of those leaf circlets for your head.
That might work.
Pretty much says "Rob me, I'm rich" on it.
But the shirt says that too.
That's not actually necessarily a bad thing, because that means all the people that are coming up to me and trying to take it, I know they're bad, so I don't have to feel badly about what I do to them.
Although it might turn off the crowd. So when you're doing your barding, they
I
might
can't
be like,
see
this
it.
guy's
It's so shiny.
Look how rich he looks. We don't need to tip him. We'll just listen to his music for free.
There you are. I sent you the info for it.
I've got it. I'm writing it down now.
All right, you're talking to. Do you want to say anything to Varys? Are you done with Varys?
Unless Varys has other information to partake. Well, actually, I'm going to ask him what else has he found out about the ship, so I can relay it to Jackson.
The ship. I think the last thing they were working on for the ship was how the crystal worked,
Yes.
which required at least 4 mages or 4 magical persons to operate, and that could operate the ship's dome capabilities and whatnot.
Okay.
You guys have given up at one point on that, but that can always come back.
We may need it at some point.
Yeah.
So.
Like
All
a
right.
dome, like in space, or
Yes.
Yeah. It's part of the interplanar capabilities.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just an airship / boat,
Yes.
but it's supposed to be a interstellar vessel. Actually, interplanar, I guess, would be
Interplanar.
more-
Yeah. All right, so you get some information from Varys. You're discussing about the Fey attack that had gone underway. You got your gear in order. What else are you thinking?
Out of game about that helmet. So if we can fix it, like he just did with the 1 gem,
Mm-hmm.
does it have to be fixed before it completely runs out of spells?
Normally, when all the gems are gone, it's useless. That's its main
And you,
reasoning. But he had a creative way to use the exact same gems, along with magical spells to try to recreate the effects on it. And like I said, it may work, it may not. But if it does, then you can, if you come across those gems specifically, and maybe access to those spells or whatnot, you can maybe re-enchant this thing and keep using it, which would be awesome. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Oh, and as long as you have that helm, you have resistance to fire damage.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Because
well,
I'm
that-
wearing the hell.
True.
Not doing me much good when it's tucked into the bag of holding.
Are you wearing the helm?
I'm not wearing the helm while we're walking around the ship.
Why not? Get
He
your
is the head that
bathrobe.
wears the crown.
He's got his bathrobe on and then his helm.
Look at me, I'm a rich bitch.
Poor Bard.
I wanted this kind of judgment and lectures. I go to my mother.
But it does.
I'm the royal Prince Jake.
It does remind you, though, Kylo, if you can do this with the crown, could he possibly fix your robe?
Ah, yes, because the robe has, I think, 2 pockets left on it.
Magical pockets. Maybe something he could do down the line.
You know what? I think I will give him the robe to play with at his leisure.
Ah.
Just don't open the pockets because we want to use those pockets later.
All right.
Jackson will start familiarizing himself with that. And
Okay.
have some fun.
Huh. Anything else you wish to do, or are we flying westward?
Are we flying to Ashura or are we going somewhere else? Because
Up to you. You're the
it doesn't
captain.
sound like we need to go to the Elven lands at the moment.
No, but where's this city of doors?
Not on this plane.
No, that's how we get to another plane, I thought. The city of doors, Scalia?
Sigil.
Sigil?
Is Sigil an actual city in this?
Sigil's an actual city on this plane, right?
Oh, it is?
No, Sigil is a city on a different plane. It is a.
So we need a doorway to Sigil.
You have to get to Sigil, and then from there are multiple portals to almost everywhere in the multiverse, or universe, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I happen to recall that our Pathfinder friend in Ashura does have a gateway to another place.
Oh.
So I might
And-
want to go see the Pathfinder.
I would like to do some looking into how reliable those doorways are. I recall our last trip to another plane that was going to be a quick endeavor that we exited from several months later.
Well, also the last doorway we found that went somewhere different than here was into a really frozen realm that we didn't decide to go into.
Yeah.
That's true.
We
You
could go
did.
back and use that door.
You did
We
find
know where that
multiple entrances to multiple different planes. One of which, yes, you did not go in. You actually built a big wooden box
Crap.
around.
Someone's cat would like it assistance.
Yeah, that'd be my cat.
Is that my cat?
No, it's mine. She's been screaming at me all day.
Like, feed me, damn it!
I need attention.
I required the tuna.
Listen here, peasant man.
Listen,
If you don't
Fuman.
give me attention, I'll die. Quite frankly, Clairval has never felt more connected with an animal.
Feed me, Human.
So that's something else. Yep. Where is the city of Sigil? And what do you seek to do there? That's another
Currently
pathway
all-
to.
All airships lead to Ashura. So
Seems like so.
Well, you can go anywhere you want, to be honest. But that's the only
And
other.
We got a shit ton of money,
You do.
yeah,
gold and stuff. So, like, we could actually, buy things, things that we like.
we could add a barracks to our building and have or buy a barracks
Yeah,
for
we probably
our,
owe
for
a
our
lot
sailors.
of taxes at this point.
I
As
think we
I-
had enough money.
No,
before.
you did not.
We had a lot of money before from the manor. We
as
had a lot.
I told you from a long time ago, that original video I watched, you did not give them much of nothing, and then you
How
took
we gave
off.
them access to an account.
Unless otherwise in a note somewhere.
I could scribble a note somewhere. I can go back.
Jackson's got their wages calculated, but we did not pay them nearly enough.
No, you did not.
So we're going to have to find another staff as well, because,
Well, unless they stayed on and they're just waiting for us to pay them.
well, I'm sure they're waiting for us to pay them, but I don't think they've still been maintaining the house.
We'll have to see. I have faith in our hirelings.
So what you're saying is we're gonna get to your place and the house is gonna be completely covered in vines or something.
Oh, the chickens may have taken over.
Dust everywhere.
The
webs.
chickens. The chickens.
Although they may have sold They may have sold the eggs and some of the. We had cows too, didn't we? We had some.
No.
We had some livestock of some sort.
2 chickens, a donkey, and a horse.
Ah. Well, the chickens would have produced stuff that they could have sold. So I
Yes,
guess
I'm sure our few chickens will
are
be
you
enough
saying
for them to live their life in luxury.
are you saying we need to put this ship down in the ocean before we go to shore and get some
We're
fish?
not
so we sell some
stopping
fish?
to fish. Our hold is literally filled with gold. That is
talked to
worth more than fish.
I talked to a few of the crew. They said there's lots of room for fish.
Ah.
Some of them mentioned they might be able to use your quarters to store the fish.
If you wish to fly the ship,
See where you can store some fish in a second here.
you will make your way across the desert, of course, and into the Cloud Tower Mountains. Mountains, of course, so high that at one time they divided the entire continent before it broke apart there. You're able to, it's up to you, avoid Silver Lake and fly over the mountains, of which reach into the clouds, but you're still above them. You have no chance of running into the mountains. However, flying up high and through there gets relatively cold.
Yeah, at least there's no dragons up here.
Very
We
cold.
have cold weather gear.
You have cold weather
Yeah, we
gear.
have cold weather gear.
You have to put your cold weather gear on. You do see
And
the
we-
mountains relatively close by, in places not a lot of people have ever been. Very top of the mountain range, way up there, very secluded.
If that's the case, then Jackson and the crew are going to take some time to chart out the mountains as we fly over them.
Okay. Yep. As you fly over them, you're looking down at places not a lot of people have ever been, because they would have had to get out of the city, brave the demon-filled plains and nearby wastelands instead of.
I will help them as much as I can and keep watch
Okay.
on the mountains for different things.
You're gonna find.
Specifically, I'm looking,
Yeah, go
watching
for
for
it.
demons and other things of interest.
Well, things of interest as you pass over that, you're going to see covered in snow and long abandoned. Using your goggles of the eagle eye or whatever you got
Also,
there.
remember that one of my favorite trains is Arctic.
Arctic. So you're able to make out a couple places. Looks long abandoned in the snow. You can see the remnants of a building here and there, tucked into the rock, way up in the mountains as you pass over. Could be an old, whatever. From looking at it and kind of give me a what are we gonna use? Let's do
Investigation?
Go investigation.
We got a 20. 19 plus 1.
Oh, nice, man. One of the major places that you kind of fly over seems, way down on the ground below, on the top of the mountains there somewhere. Looks like maybe an old monastery, long since abandoned. You can see signs of ancient statues out front and whatnot that look reminiscent of somewhere someone would have trained years and years and years ago when the lands were more normal and whatnot. Any pathway to this thing is long gone. Dark, covered in snow and ice. Doesn't
is there a
look
good
very
amount-
accessible.
Is there a good amount of access right around the building itself?
Not at all.
Like for landing something?
Looks very treacherous in an area that'd be very hard to get to.
Large courtyard?
No, not at all. Seems more like a small landing out front that you can kind of pick out as you pass over. Just one of the things you see. Bunch of
Essentially,
trees have
while I'm-
overgrown it.
While I'm investigating it, is there enough room to land a skyship?
No, not at all.
No. Okay, I'm gonna make note of it,
Okay.
which I just did.
Make
I'm gonna
note,
ask
tell the guys.
yeah, I'm gonna tell Jackson to make note of it too, because
They can cartographer.
Yeah, that's what Jackson's doing as we're flying over.
maybe a good place to check out sometime when we've got some free time. It could be a stronghold for us too.
Yeah.
Trying on different outfits with this helm of brilliance.
You can just imagine looking in a full-length mirror. He puts the loot on his hip, puts the loot in his hands, adjusts the helmet.
Try and dance while I'm playing. Doesn't stick around. Nope.
See if it's top heavy.
Like I said, cresting the mountains, you come into a very snowy, very hazy sky. but you're able to look down and just kind of make things out. Among the snowflakes and everything like that, you could see, part of some old statues there of this monastery overgrown with some trees. Mark it on your map and whatnot. Continue on. Again, as you're going through there, you can see small things built into the side of the mountain at a different area. You go, like a half day across, and you can see something else kind of sticking out of the side of the rock itself. Looks as if carved into a mountainside are some old, what would be, I don't want to call them windows, but where they used to shoot the arrows out of a tower. Those little things.
What do I?
Proper
Okay,
name.
so while I'm investigating this and we're talking back and forth with the crew, what do we know about this area's history?
Who are you asking?
Well, the crew's from this area, from this world, and I'm from this world, and I've got some folklore knowledge. Might run it past Clairval later too, if he knows anything about this area, just to get a story of what was here before the demons invaded.
All the guys will tell you, the guys from the ship, is that this is just remnants of the old world. The things that adventurers live off of, finding these old, long abandoned places that, when the demons surged forward all those years ago, these places were hastily abandoned or overrun. Everything, of course, left behind by the previous owners. Could have been, a well-known place, could have been a secret society, whatever it was. Whatever's in there is most likely still in there. This is what adventurers had long gone over the walls to find and retrieve. Many of these things could have been looted by bandits or something, but something of this nature, way up here, most likely never touched.
And human in origin, or would it be elven, dwarven?
Well, that's a good question. This high up, and it used to be a barrier between the dwarven desert and the human lands of the west, so it could have been either one. It's also it's not quite far enough north to be in the elven lands, but it's hard to tell. A couple ancient structures you find up here.
I can do knowledge history to see if anything rings a bell. Something that I've studied. I rolled a 13, so that's a 21.
21, there was a famous pass between the mountains far to the south called the Everstorm. It was a way through the Cloud Tower Mountains back in the day of how you would get from the west to the east side of the continent. You had to pass through a very, very powerful storm, supercells and everything that inhabited it, or you could go below. But there was rumors of Drow and the Underdark. Up here, this far north, nobody passed that way. They all went by ship very, very far north, around to the Elven lands, and then down to the respective places they used to go. Since the shattering and the changing of the continents, you have a pass right through Silver Lake, again heavily guarded by the Lady and her Red Knights, but more easy access just to the north of Ashura there, before Leland type thing.
So just to verify our path, so we went north of Silver Lake over the mountain, so we went across the bay first?
You would have left the desert, went across the bay, over the mountains towards Ashura.
Okay. And that path, does the Supercell path still exist, or is that where
that was south.
Silver Lake is now?
Very far south. South of here, down near what he calls Atlas City.
Okay. Does Atlas City still exist?
It does. There it is. Woo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll do that, and then we'll alt this. Woo, there we go. Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. You find in the next couple days, you come down out of the mountains, leaving the snow behind, cold weather gear behind, and you're once again under the semi-gloomy skies of the area of Ashura. You come over the plains and down towards the city in the Great Bay, Journeyman's Bay, just below the city of Ashura. It is actually not as bad this time of year as it is more springish summer time as you're making your way in, which is still not amazing, but better weather better weather than when you started in the fall or whatever with the mud and the rain. You're going to spend the next couple days flying until you get to the bay, and then your decision if you want to bring the ship down into the bay and dock her up, enter the city, or you want to go somewhere else, do something else with the ship, whatever your call is.
Do we want to be dramatic and land right over our house?
Or do we want to dock at the docks and use their equipment to offload?
That does mean we don't have to do the offloading.
Yeah, I say we go to the docks.
I agree.
All right,
Go to
same
the docks and say, take this all to the treasury.
to the local bandit. Sure.
Yeah, not the bandit. No.
You're going to land in familiar waters. You're going to land in Journeyman's Bay. This is an area just south of Ashura where the docks are. It leads you to the waterfront district. That's where you first met your sailing companions. This is where you got your guys. You're able to drop the ship down into the bay with tons of other ships, merchant ships of all type there. There may even be another airship among them. Make your way over to an open dock. Bring the ship
Where we
in.
parked.
Exactly. As you notice, the men on the ship will throw the plank down, exiting from the ship to the wooden docks
Nice
of the
to see
major
smiles
city.
on the crew's faces.
Very happy to be back. You were back
They're,
home.
Their favorite watering hole will be happy to back too.
Oh, they have so much money to go spend.
Yep.
You've been gone for a long time. You've been gone for over half a year. And you come back to the familiar sounds of the city. You got birds up ahead, obviously. The rumble of the city. All the voices, the comings and goings. And, of course, a very tall man will make his way to the end of the dock by your ship, accompanied by a shorter man. And they will ask you how your trip went. What's your business in the city? What are you looking to do?
What's he wearing? Is he a guild? Is he part of the Adventurers Guild, or is he just the city clerk or something?
He is...
Dockmaster or whatever.
A dockmaster, that's correct.
Oh, yeah. I'll be like, he's the captain. I'm not the captain.
We're back in town to offload, take a bit of shore leave, and let our crew spend the gold that they've earned.
He says, all right, how long are you planning to stay in dock?
We're out of money.
Does anyone in the crew have plans beyond a week?
We'll be here at least a few days, maybe longer, trying to figure things out.
It says standard fee 15 silver per day. If you wish to dock.
And a platinum coin.
He says,
Yeah, pay
all
him up
right.
for the week at least.
He says, and who, the little man opens a book before him, says, and name of your crew or party.
Exactly.
Alan Clear.
You need the name of the ship.
Is the name of the ship or our group?
Name of the group. He can see
Name
the
of
name
the
of the
group
ship.
is Alan Clear. Name of the ship is the Unsinkable 3.
The Unsinkable. He kind of asks you, what happened to the Unsinkable 2?
Stolen by a hobgoblin.
Isn't that the way? Welcome to the city, gentlemen, he will say. Do you need anything else? Any help?
Need some crew to unload, because our crew's going off drinking.
Sounds good. Unloading and where to?
To our house, which I believe one of the other party members has the address for.
Who's got the address to your house?
Jackson does not have it. He never got the address.
I got it.
I got it somewhere. I just don't know where. It's in notes somewhere.
Your fucking address is.
That's why I gave it specific.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over that way.
It's over that way.
I'm going to rely on my sense of direction to get me back there.
All right,
No, we still
Kylo,
need the address for them.
Kylo works on his notes to find the address for the house to negotiate the unloading of the ship and the bringing of the items to the house. What does everybody want to do? Clarell, you going to walk off on your own, go looking for the house?
No, if Tyler's got the address, I assume we're all going together.
I do have the address somewhere. I just have to find it. Like that was so many adventures ago.
All right, I'll give it to you if you give me a intelligence or wisdom check.
Ah,
Jog your memory.
Not
Okay,
me.
intelligence.
I got a 6.
Intelligence or wisdom check.
Yeah.
So I got an 8. They have a +1 for both.
I like it because you've been gone so long you've forgotten
I'm
them.
checking my notes.
We've been gone for about a year. It's a house that the
8
Greenleaf family
months.
was taking care of.
Oh yeah, the green.
Hmm.
There's the liches thing.
This guy is
gotta be-
unfamiliar.
Gotta be here somewhere. Branthrin the dwarf. No, that's afterwards.
Branthrin the door. Yeah, that one's Branthrin.
And we found him later.
Branthrin, you are in a great walled city. There is a large stone wall around a massive city that is broken into districts, which leads out right here into giant docks out into the bay and beyond over to the ocean. All around the city are flat plains.
Take a 573 Blackgate.
Yeah, you got it. Good job. All right. With that, he will have a crew especially unload and bring the items all over to the house. Massive city. The one thing that strikes you is at the far end, the northwestern end, are the spires of the kingdom, which are silver. Giant silver spires from the kingdom themselves, with giant flags up rippling in the wind. You can also see part of a statue somewhere in that district, a great statue of the goddess of Ashura herself, the goddess of the wind. Stands very tall above the city, viewable from almost everywhere. You guys
That's not
make
what our house looks like.
oh, the picture. That's fitting.
It looks like a house from where Branthrin's from.
That's your house, pretty much. Oh man, yeah. You make your way up into this giant, very, very busy area where all kinds of cargo is being loaded and unloaded, and there's pack animals carrying things to and from. A lot of very seedy taverns and whatnot here that the guys point out to you where they met their original ship crew. And then on into the city itself. Into the city you walk for quite some time until you get into the area where the residential district, and make your way over to the house.
Is this all of us walking, or is Branthrin just kind of wandering off?
No, all of you, I would assume.
Okay. Well,
He's never been here.
I'm gonna hang out at the ship until we offload. I'm gonna offload
sure.
Offload Sven, and
Okay.
I'll ride Sven to the house with the wolf.
Okay.
So I'll help May get the Chronoceros off the boat too.
That's true. All maze animals.
I'm sure the bear can get himself down, but Rhinoceros might need a little prodding to get out into a busy city.
All right, you stayed with the ship and give pretty much the guys directions and everything like that on helping to unload the ship. Just make sure everything's being properly handled. Nobody's stealing anything or anything like that as the others make their way. You are going to make your way back to 573 Blackgate based on Clairval's knowledge, I think, and Jackson's... Nope, that's not right. I don't think he's been there. I think Clairval. Oh, gotta restart my background music. Okay, there we go. Which, unfortunately, will look something like that Discord picture because it's been almost a year since that house has been left there. The yard will be very overgrown and weed-filled. The house itself would have weathered a couple storms. It's not that bad. But
Jackson's been to the house before, too.
Oh, okay. All right. Needs some paint. Needs some repair type thing. You will notice when you go in there, you have an old chicken coop. There doesn't seem to be anything in there. You had a stable, I think, that you built. Roof looks like it was made out of thatch, kind of blown off, knocked down a bit. Other than that, it still stands. You see a bunch of different papers nailed into the front door. That when you make your way up will demand tax money and back pay for being gone so long.
Well, we must have paid them for a few months.
You did.
Okay. So is any of our helps still around?
Well, you're outside at the moment. This is what you see as you walk up.
I guess I don't know how long you guys are standing there before I join up with you, but I'll let you guys do what you got to do.
So the group of you, before Kylo gets there, you introduce Brethren. Welcome to the city. Here's our lovely home. Looks like an older...
We reach out to our friends at the Adventurers Guild.
You are, yes.
They can probably connect us with some local people that we can pay up front to get some work done, because clearly we probably are going to have a reputation at this point.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be the better part of town.
First adventurers, like, we're adventurers. I'm not sure what portion of groups even come back at all.
Sure. You also do have Amiko, Shinju, and the twins with you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Kai and Kara. Kai and Kara eventually will want to go to the Adventurers Guild, of course. They'll go with you. And we know that Amiko and Shinju are looking for the Rusty Dragon.
Oh, right.
So, being a group and coming up, Clairvel suggests Adventurers Guild?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to wait for Kylo, or do you just want to go?
We'll wait for Kyloke.
Okay. Kylo, you
Hello,
spend...
Kyloke. Anytime now.
I'm on a horse. I won't take long to get there, all right?
All right. You oversee some of the stuff. You make some final decisions for the guys unloading things, and you leave on your horse, leading the other animals and whatnot, until you can be seen coming up the road, the cobblestone road, towards the house. You see your party spread out on the lawn of overgrown grass, and your house looks kind of in disrepair.
What the hell happened to the house?
We paid them for a month. We've been gone a year.
It was 1
We
month.
left them more than that.
No, it was 1
No,
month.
we paid them for a month.
All right, well, next time we'll pay them longer, all right? We got lots of money now.
If they'll work for us.
We'll hire somebody else. There's got to be other halflings around that'll work for us.
You lead your way up, and you can put your animals in what's there, the stable. Maybe knock the makeshift roof out of the way for now. Get the thatch out of the way. And where do you want to go from here? Do you want to all make your way to the Adventurers Guild first?
Sure.
All right. Make your way across town. You're on the horse. Everybody else is walking. And
Oh, no, I'm going to leave the horse at the stable.
okay,
Make sure
everybody's
I'll
walking.
make sure
on
that's
foot.
fed from the stuff that we got with us. I'll leave the wolf there, I guess, as well. He can just hang out with the horse.
Awesome. All right,
And
make your
the
way.
rhinoceros or whatever else animal came with us.
You make your way through the districts and whatnot, pardon me, until you come to the guild district, full of very colorful banners and flags, symbols of different guild houses and whatnot. Until, of course, you come across the Adventurers Guild, which you have been before, and some of you have patches for and whatnot. Make your way up to a very familiar building. Kai and Kara are very happy to be back, and they thank you for everything you've done, not only getting vengeance on their father's death from the warlord Jun, but for also helping them with the map and reclaiming Dragon's treasure. Guys, make your way up and into this very colorful, decorated building. Inside, and it is just a bustling. There is adventurers of all types all over that look very well skilled, sitting at tables playing card games, having a drink, some bards playing, some music is flowing, and everybody seems in pretty good spirits.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is go up and sign the book at the.
Oh, for God's sakes. Have you learned nothing about making an entrance yet, Kylo?
All right, we'll make your entrance then, and then I'll go sign the book.
Walk him back to the door.
Okay.
Slam it open. Ladies and gentlemen, Callan Glare is here. The first round is on us.
They're like, what the fuck did he say?
Hooray! They heard round on us.
Callum, what?
You hear everybody down in the part of the guild house start cheering. The music stops for a minute as they try to see who's come in the door. Some of them know who you are, some don't, of course, as you make your entrance into this place. Are you wearing the Helm of Brilliance?
No.
Okay. All right. Y'all make your way. Everybody makes their way in. You make your way into a wooden platform that has stairs leading down to a main floor. Big, fancy bar on the left, tables on the right, all spaced out with some pillars throughout this place. A lot of different games and goings on in here. It's very well decorated, nicely treated, good-looking people, and you guys enter. You, Kylo,
Walking through, I'm like, I know that guy. I know that guy too. I don't know who he's with, but hey, how's it going?
they welcome you back. You see some guys come up to you, shake your hand,
Olaf,
pat you on the back.
Good job, buddy.
Olaf. You sign the little ledger, make your way in. You notice an older man, who you've seen before, Grandmaster
Jackson.
Toril,
Oh, okay.
or Guildmaster Toril. I'm
I thought
sorry.
it was the other Jackson.
He makes his way up to you. Oh my, he says. I thought you were lost. You've been gone quite a while.
That we have.
How?
Toril, was his name? Toril.
Toril. Yeah, you should have original notes on him.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're still breathing. just kidding. I bring him a drink.
Says, I've heard great things from the other Adventurers Guild up north.
Don't believe everything you hear.
Come on, we did great things.
I know. Don't believe everything you hear.
Word of deeds has spread. I heard you've completed some quest and gained some treasure. Don't forget to pay your taxes. Your 10%.
Only a small amount of treasure. Only a small amount.
He looks over Kai and Kira. They're going to pay up. They're not going to trick them.
Jackson's gonna ask where that should be paid.
He'll say in due time, but at the Adventurers Guild. First, relax. Have a drink. Indulge. Is this the first time back in the city?
In about a year, yes.
Ah, welcome back, he says. Puts a drink
Some
in your
of us
hand.
have never been here before.
Points you over to the table.
Pointed
Oh,
the
you got
dwarf.
some new entries.
He's about as competent as any one of us.
Renthrin starts drinking immediately.
He knows how to follow that order.
Yeah. He'll give you information. He says anybody you bring in is part of your group, of course, can belong to the Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild, he explains to Branthrin, is that members can be given quests by the guild that are brought to them by the citizens. Members can undertake quests on behalf of the guild after registering them with the guild. The guild can approve it, so they know where the PCs are in case they fall. They can send help, and they always take a % of the profits of any guild-related quests that you have done in spreading the name of the guild and offering aid and help and information to you to do those quests.
I can't remember. Did Jackson ever join the guild?
Some people did, some didn't. I don't know.
I did.
I know you did.
Jackson.
Oh, you didn't? Jackson did?
Jackson did. Jackson has the pin. He actively does not wear it.
I
And
have
that-
the pin on.
Members can undertake established quests that fall under the guild ownership. So there's benefits to being in it, and some of the guys have decided to join up. Is May still there? Is she in the guild? I don't remember. I assume she was.
I believe so.
Okay, just trying to check in on her. It's hard to tell when I can't see.
I don't know if she's still here. I know she's still in the Discord. But
Okay, we'll try to get her here and there. Don't let me forget about her.
Mm-hmm.
But you come in, and Branthrin, they hand you a drink. Give you a big, beautiful, sculpted mug. A big stein. The finest drink you've had in a long time. It's nice in here. They got some music going. They got some nice lighting. There's all kinds of adventurers in here. And he welcomes you openly into the place. As some of you may fan out and do various things, does anybody want to bring anything up?
I'm going to check with Jackson real quick. Did we bring any trophies back for these guys? Can't remember if we lopped a head off or an arm off, anything that we wanted to donate.
You have something that they're probably going to have some fun with.
We've got the vampire skull.
Oh, yeah, we do have that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jackson also has the succubus heart.
Oh,
Ooh. You might want to keep that, though, for a spell.
I have no spells that require a heart.
Oh, okay. I know you got the necromancy book, so.
Yeah, but nothing quite that powerful.
Okay.
anything rare and
Branthrin.
unique?
Branthrin has a claw from the Lenorum.
Oh,
Oh right. Yeah.
That's a trophy.
And Jackson has a weapon that he's fashioned that he's been meaning to bring to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, you know what we have too in
Thinking
the
out loud, I'm going to just do a quick message to everyone in the group so that only the group hears. We're not mentioning the obsidian claw out in the open like that. Putting that out there.
good call, sir. Good call.
Like,
Looking
you have to
at
remind me.
Jackson.
Jackson's gonna respond. Can I respond back mentally?
Yeah.
We want to mention the Black Blade.
No, don't
It
mention
is a
Black
very
Blade.
facetious tone.
Oh, he's
I'll be right
thinking
back.
about it.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. If you give them items, specifically marked that you will, they will put them behind the bar with your guild name on them. Some in glass cases, some in places of honor, to show what you've done, trophies, your accomplishments as a group, under your banner name. So what other
Sure, I'm
adventures of note are in here, they will see that.
I'm gonna ask the group, kind of nonchalantly, do we need this Lenoran claw for anything?
No, we got a proper sword for Maze Mech.
Yeah.
That was the main reason we took it.
So I will hand that over then.
Well, we took something from Budo, or not Budo, from Macedo too, didn't we? We take part
That's
of that.
what the.
That was the Oni. The Oni
That's
claw.
what Jackson's handing up the horn.
the
Oh, you're
Oni
going to give
horn.
them the Oni horn? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to make a little note, and we'll get some more as you guys go. Of the
That's gonna
items.
be- Jackson has a list.
Okay.
So that's going to be the Succubus Heart, the Oni horn, and then also the freshly made map of the mountains.
Ah. Okay.
I will also hand over the candelabra of wax fingers.
Don't want that.
Oh,
No?
should I give them the 68 wooden spoons painted green? Maybe they can use them in the bar.
Maybe they're going green. They're getting rid of the lead based ones.
Anything you give them of note and you tell them a story, maybe Clairval can tell them the story, it would just further your reputation. They will also, for all your quests that you've done for them, promote you to rank 2.
Only rank 2.
Anybody who is a member.
Okay, so Branthrin asks, how do I become a member?
He says you can become a member without the backing. These guys had to have the backing of a noble, the noble, and a legion. You don't have to do anything like that because you were with them. You were part of their group. They have
I
brought
don't
you.
even know this guy. No, I'm just kidding.
They have brought you in. However, the deal is that if you undertake a quest on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, so one of the quests was to help Kai and Kara get the vengeance on John. So any treasure or rewards found from that fall under that.
All we got was that claw. It's weird.
As well, any adventures that you undertake on your own that could be classified as guild quests. So the quest to get the giant's bow from it's escaping me for 2 seconds.
Unless whatever that
Yep.
city is above your
Yep.
on your map there.
That one there would count. You just owe 10% of your treasure pretty much. And the idea is to give them back 10% of their treasure, the quests that are given to you mainly by the Adventurers Guild or under the direction of the Adventurers Guild. And if you say, okay, we're going out on these quests, we need some health potions, we need some information, we need travel, they will provide that. If you die or fall, and they know where you are doing this quest, they will send people to try to recover your bodies.
Now the Dragon's Horde, that was not one of their quests.
No, it was not. That's an independent quest.
Okay. That bounty is ours.
That's right.
Yes, that booty is ours.
Booty is ours, yes.
All right, sign me up.
All right. So he will put you in the Adventurers Guild. He will give you a special pin depicting their colors and their house crest. And
we have a flag on our ship too that we
You do.
got raised at one time. Yeah.
You have an Adventurers Guild flag. And he explains that there's almost an Adventurers Guild in every major city. So every major walled city should have a version of the Adventurers Guild to some point. The only one that we didn't so far was in Jade Haven.
Question to Torel while we're here, after he's done talking, giving the used car salesman speech there. What does the rank 2 give us? What perks do rank 2 members get?
He said that you will get access to higher level quests. Non-beginner. He gave you some quests before. Whether you did them or not didn't really matter. They were posted on the board inside the Adventurers Guild. Some of that were retrieval quests. Like go,
statue
go
quests,
get the
yeah.
statue, drop by some merchants and bring it back. We'll give you some gold. They'll give you more.
Go see this man for 3 bales of hay. Come back.
They'll give you more in-depth, dangerous quests. Some larger, more important things that you may even want to acquire the services of some NPC fellow adventurers in here to help you do. Like if you don't have a rogue, you don't have a cleric, you don't have whatever, you could probably get them here. Type thing. If you were in a pinch, if you needed it, etc.
So
Interesting.
I'm having a thinking out loud here moment.
Yeah.
What Adventurers Guild has some pretty high level adventurers here, right?
Correct, yes.
We're talking like upwards of like epic level characters here.
Yeah.
If they're in town.
If they're, well, even when they're not in town, you've got retired adventurers here.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
constantly adventurers here. And this is the city of the Paladin Queen, right?
Yes.
Why don't we just turn over this obsidian claw to them and let them deal with the Fae that show up?
And of course, that is always a thing that's in D&D. Is, you know what, if you have all the money in the world and all the power and everything there, why not just hire the guys to go clear out the lair and you sit back and collect?
I don't know that I trust them for this, because they didn't even know this thing existed. So.
But these
Saying.
are thoughts that come to established adventures. Why would we risk our necks for something when we can pass it off? And no one's saying you couldn't pass off a quest. The only difference is that when the Fae were looking for you too, they called you by your guild name.
How'd they find out the guild name?
Words out.
That's a good question.
There's a rat.
What species is Torel?
Torel was a human. The other guild master that you met up north at the Adventurers Guild in Dovagard was a dragon, half dragonborn, I believe. He was from a different plane. Cool. Okay. Okay.
So we may have been informed on.
So some of the
They were scryed upon, and they.
Some of the party members gave over some objects to put behind the bar and put the guild or your party name on so they could tell stories of it and see your accomplishments in here while you're gone there for a minute, Clarewell. They handed over some items. Kai and Kara will fully inform or debrief themselves to the guild master and get from you eventually their share of the treasure as... and then hand over 10% of that. They're going to thank you again for everything that you did and help them with. And if you ever need them, you can always come find them. But right now, they're going to spend some downtime here at the Adventurers Guild and enjoy the wealth that was brought to them from the Dragon Horde.
Yep.
We'll figure out the amount later. It doesn't really matter yet.
So, a couple of things I'd like to get done while we're in town, since we're in a major metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it costs. I don't care how long it's going to take. We got to get this Helm of Brilliance transmuted into something that's a bit more passable. Because I'm not walking around with this 3-foot thing sitting on my head.
It makes you look taller.
I'm tall enough.
Almost regal.
That is not the look I'm going for.
Almost look like you used to work in the Elven Court.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
My liege. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Oh, that is his major wish.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
You guys yourselves, you give information and you'll settle up at the guild or whatever later. Do you want to do anything specific here, or do you have anywhere else to go?
Jackson does have the temples to go to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
He has
escort.
something about those.
I'm gonna escort Amiko and Shinju over to was it Red Dragon? Rusty Dragon.
Rusty Dragon.
I want to get some stuff identified. 'cause we
Branson
got-
could follow me if he wants.
I will follow.
All right, we got Kylo and Branthrin are going to go back with Amiko and Shaiju. Jackson
you're
is going to
taking,
go to the temples.
Yep,
Claire
he's
Val,
got a
if you're
few
taking
donations
the-
he's gonna go make.
Well, if you're taking the helm to have it looked at, why don't you take May with you? She might find some artificer stuff.
Good call.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she's still here or not, so.
We'll be able to do her downtime stuff because I'm sure she has a lot of stuff to do too with her own Tinker's Guild and Artificer stuff, which we'll get for her. For you guys, Jackson, you'll make your way to the more western side of town, to the Temple District, a big fancy district built in a circle, encompassing almost all temples to the known deities, being smaller,ly built in a circle around the giant temple of Ashura in the center. You go to. Are you looking for a particular one?
There
Or-
are two places that Jackson is looking for in particular.
Okay.
First, he has been made aware that there is some sort of ocean god on this plane. He wants
Okay.
to go find that.
Okay.
And then second is to the goddess of the wind. He's also going to go find that.
Well, that
And
would.
each
Go ahead.
one of those he is donating a portion of what he has.
Nice.
I have numbers in mind for that. So that is going to be 16 platinum donated to the ocean god, and then 17 to the wind because we're in the skies a little bit more than in the water.
Nice. We know that the wind is Shura. She is the main patron of the city. Goddess of the Sea, I believe it's Man Song. I was going to look it up real fast since I didn't have it in front of me, but I know it's in one of my PDFs, which are so notly organized.
And Jackson is also going to share the maps that he's been crafting at the temple.
Oh, nice. Okay. The Shrine
they
Maidens
have-
and the Clerics will take great interest in that.
He's happy to let them to copy those so that he can still have the original manuscripts, but let them have copies.
I will take that for information for them. Oh no, I am wrong. It was Pontus, god of 16 seas. Symbol waves on the ocean.
So yeah, 16 platinum to that one and 17 to Ashura.
Nice. Okay. Spend some time at the temples donating that and giving them information, which would be very, very valuable to them as they try to reconnect information from the old world and outside the wall. Any info brought in from outside the wall, they're very very interested in reconnecting and finding old places of worship and shrines. You may
Where
even
that monastery was.
yeah.
Yes.
The monastery may be a place of worship. Obviously, that was
well, you
long
can-
abandoned in the
Do what you want then.
top of the mountains, and that will be of great interest to them. They'll spend time getting that info from you and healing any ailments you have and whatnot.
If they make a big deal about the places of worship, Jackson
Mhm.
will also mention the Temple of Sigaloth.
Ah, okay. That'd be
You
very.
mentioned is that the sea? Is that the shark?
It's
Okay.
the shark.
Okay.
The shark,
Mention that.
Yeah.
The
The
underwater.
two-headed evil shark god, yes.
the demon shark.
Oh, also the temple we were in with the snake god at the dwarven ruins.
Yeah, we've been to a few different magical places. Jackson will mention those. But
Any-
mostly he's mentioning the underwater one because that's
Oh,
a big one.
That's a major one. Obviously, be very, very interested in that. You'll see a sage or a scholar come in to talk to you on that and gain all information you can about what you saw and what you encountered. He'll also ask you if you got any relics out of there while you were there?
We have one. You'll have to talk with the rest of our party before we actually introduce you to it.
Okay. All right.
We have several relics.
There is one that Jackson specifically has in mind that's big and fucking dangerous.
There's a dangerous major relic.
Well, is that the sword or is that the
trident.
shark? The shark god's trident. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I don't think you'll tell him specifically what it is, but if you mention that there are relics, he will be very interested and he'd be a little pushy to try to find out. You say, you might have to talk to the party. He'll say, "Oh, please, when you have time, bring them by. I would love to look further into any relics, no matter what they be."
Mm-hmm.
For Kyloke and Branthrin, you're going to walk down through one of our quarters here. Woo! In the
Now,
lower part of the city. Yeah.
Wait, did I go to the Rusty Dragon before, or was it? I know we went to the Stone and Raven.
You went to the Red Dragon, I think.
Oh, the Red Dragon,
maybe.
over by the which is just next to the Adventurers Guild, right?
I believe that one was.
Okay.
But this one, the residential quarter, is where your house is. It's also where the tavern district, housing district, the slum, and the guilds are.
Slum. Oh, look, the slum.
She is in a tavern that's located between the tavern district and the slum district, so it's kind of in the poopier part of town. And as you arrive, it's closed, it's locked, it's long abandoned, and again, it looks almost as bad as your house. She left here years ago to go north on the adventure that would find her as the heir of the city in Jadehaven. The royal heir. But she comes back here to seek her more simple life. Oddly enough, out of her pocket, she still has the key. Pulls it out, puts it in the door lock, and pushes it in. Place is abandoned looking. I mean, there's cobwebs, there's dust everywhere. Bar stools are all up, tables or chairs are on the tables. Any and all alcohol is gone. It's not ransacked. It's just empty.
All right, Branthrin, no well-aged dwarven mead for you. Or dwarven ale, I should say. Dwarven ale.
Guys go in and she thanks you for everything, for getting her back here safely, taking, giving her a weapon, letting her fight, treating her not like a royalty person and protecting her and keeping her out of harm, but putting her into the fight and letting her do what she knows how to do. Shinju will make her way over behind the bar and start looking around, very excited to find everything there that she can get to work on for cleaning the place up and making it back into a relevant tavern and get
Well, you both have a pretty good cut of the dragon's hoard, so you should be able to get this place running again and staff it.
And that'll all be concerned. She says to you right away, there's not much we can do today. Just do a little cleaning if you guys want to hang out and help us with that. Obviously, we can't stay here. There's an apartment up top, but it's, I'm sure, in disarray and missing a lot of stuff. Can we stay with you in town for a while?
Yeah, you can stay at the house until this place is suitable.
Okay.
We may also want to enter into a business contract later for import of rum and that from the crew, because the crew likes to pick up barrels of rum from a few places we've been, so we'll be able to get you some foreign drinks.
That would drive business, right? That would be good.
And as much as Clairvel doesn't like it, we'll probably supply you with some fish too. Have to talk to Jackson about that transaction.
Fresh fish and imported booze from all over Ashura and beyond.
It is understandable that Clairvel hates fish at this point, given that it's the only protein Jackson has bothered to keep stocked on the ship for a year.
Everybody had to eat fish.
Yep.
I'm tired of fish.
So
but
she
you're
will,
okay with all that rum we had, right?
That's right.
She will enlist the help of you two to help clean this place up, spend the day getting it ready, and whatnot, the best you can before, retiring with you guys back to the place later on. Clairvel, you make your way out. There was a bunch of different places that you had found and you had gone into that may be able to do what you're looking for. One of them was an enchanter named Pyra. She was a tiefling that you had come across at one time in the city.
Okay.
If you
Yep.
would return there,
Sure.
and she will say, "What are you looking to do today?"
My notes here.
There's a couple different places.
Yep. Fire. I'll give you a visual. I take out the Helm of Brilliance and put it on my head.
Oh, that looks horrible.
I need to do something about that.
That is very unbecoming, she will say.
Yes, I agree. I was hoping that I could employ your services to change up the design of this a bit while still leaving it functional.
And what did you have in mind?
Well, it is a foolish individual who tries to tell a craftsman how to do their trade. I'll drop a couple of sketches of something that I think might work with my basic ensemble.
Okay.
And give her some points to go with.
All right. She'll look at them.
Subtler.
Oh, she'll look at them. Ooh. I see what you're going for here, but this is going to require some work on my end. Would you leave the item with me?
I would.
Let me work on it and see what I can come up with. It is quite a costly endeavor. Are you well employed in the city?
No, but I'm filthy rich. Look at this shirt. Clearly.
The shirt does say it all, as well as his helm itself. Looks a small
it's
fortune.
so gaudy.
It is gaudy. I will work on this. Leave this with
Okay.
me.
I have a few other things that I was hoping you might be able to identify for us.
But it's possible. It's not my
Is that
field.
something you can do, or would you have someone that you'd refer me to?
I would.
I don't want to underemploy you.
What type of items?
Magical weapons, magical armor, potions, wondrous items.
Wondrous
adventuring.
Wondrous items are beyond me, but simple medical weapons, armors, other trinkets I could do, sure.
We'd prefer to get it done in one shop, so perhaps I could just pay you for the referral?
Sure. She'll ask a little bit of gold and wool. Oh, who was our main point of contact that we had? Yep, it was what we had before. It was Ren. It was the Pathfinder Ren. She was our noted identifier in town that we had come across. So she will know
He
of the
still has a
Pathfinder.
wand for us.
Who still has a wand for you as well. Yes, I forgot about the wand. Still has your wand. And we'll bring her up as a point of reference.
Okay. I'm familiar with her. Thank you.
All right.
So, take a look at this. How much time do you need to let me know what you can do?
She says about a week. She has other things too. Other jobs.
You would need a week to do it, or you need a week to determine whether or not you can do it?
She'll say, "Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
I just
that
have
wasn't
some other clients. I have some work to do. Give
All
me about a
right. So
week."
what will it cost me to do this then?
How eccentric do you wish to go?
Not very eccentric at all. That's the point. Look
Not
at
gaudy.
this thing.
Not gaudy, but something that would match. Something that would bring out the... Look at my shirt.
Yeah. I'm not looking to draw attention to it.
Ah,
Look
humble.
at this face.
A humble hat. Not much time at all, then.
Okay. I asked about the cost of the time.
For that, it will be... This is quite the item. It requires magic enchanting as well as some changing of the metals, of course. This... Ooh. Do a little persuasion here.
Okay. Now you're speaking my language.
All right. I get 16.
I rolled a 12, so that'd be a 24.
Ooh. All right. I should say normally something like this would be around 20,000 gold. There's a lot of work involved. It's a very rare and unique item. However, you're very charming, and I like the company you keep. She herself is a tiefling, and May is a tiefling. She'll say, I will cut it down to 10. You're very rich, of course, so this shouldn't bother you.
Yeah. And I got very rich by not just throwing my money away. I could have this item customly crafted from scratch for 10,000 gold.
She will say, but not with my artistry.
That is true, but I'm supplying all the material, including the gems.
Are you re-haggling?
Yeah.
12.
Ace is 12, so the lowest that I can possibly. So that would be a 22.
She says, of course, 7 is as low as I will go.
I can do 7.
All right. Give you a handshake. Take the item from you. Give you some kind of ticket receipt.
Yep.
So that you cleaning the floors?
Yeah.
I love it. All right. I would assume May will spend some of her time to go find the Tinker's Guild and her old guild master and learn new skills and maybe even play with her robots and do some adjustments there. You guys, at the end of the day, as the day goes on, make your way back to the guild house. I assume?
Yep.
I got to see Ren for get all this stuff identified, but yeah.
Okay, well, you can go over and see Ren and drop the stuff off as well. Well, let's do that, actually. You'd make your way over before that. Everybody else, I think. Anybody else have anything specific to do, or are you okay?
We take it's not going to be cleaned in one day, so we take a break like early or late afternoon before let's say like 4-ish.
Okay.
We head back to take Amiko and Shinju back to the house on Blackgate there, and because I want to talk to whoever is still here. I want to get stuff going at the house too.
Okay. So you guys gonna head back? I guess it would be all right because yeah, I mean he's just going over to do some enchanting and identifying. So you will make we'll say Clairval will make its way to the lodge. It's very familiar. He goes up to the old lodge, which is a wood log gigantic building built upon a little cobblestone path with a big flower garden outside, as we've seen before. Make your way up, and as always, the door is open for you. You can come right in. There are bunks to the right and the left for people who are with the Pathfinder, who use it as a place of rest in various cities. And you see that in there at the far end is the fireplace, and beyond that are the offices. In here right now, as always, is Ren. She is in the center of the room, working away on some notes. She has a long scroll in hand falling down to the floor, and is writing away some information in there when you arrive.
Ren, so nice to see you again.
She looks up from her notes and says, "Oh, I remember you, but where from? Please jog my memory."
You break my heart, Ren. Break my heart.
Be your girlfriend.
Insight check. Does she actually not remember me? Or is she just fucking with me? 22 on an insight check.
Oh, she only met you once, and that was almost over a year ago.
No, but I'm a memorable guy.
But you didn't have that shirt, I don't think, at the time, did you?
Yeah, we found it in the manor.
Oh,
Yeah, I know we've been back since. Yeah, we got that in the manor.
it'll take her
Anyhow,
a second, but she will she'll recognize. She doesn't pull your name up, but she recognizes you.
Clairval from Calanglir.
Calanglir, I'm not familiar. Did you have a previous name?
Raywind Star.
That
Stone.
that I remember, she says. Ah, yes. The ones who may have undertaken my quest. Have you given it thought? The retrieval of my old party.
We're still working on it. We've been rather busy, but we're looking to do some interplanar travel. But we'll get to that. There are a couple things that I wish to discuss with you. One, we have a lot of magical items that we need identified. Two, and more interesting to you, I have a great many tales and stories to share with you for your archives.
That she is very, very excited about. You will see her place her information down, grab a new book and a quill, and invite you over to a set of chairs near the fireplace.
So I will pull out my book that I've been keeping an active archive on, which is why I keep the note, and start relaying our adventures.
Perfect. She will pen them down very excitedly, asking you questions here and there. Some questions you may be able to answer, some a little more obscure. She gets into very, very heavily on the details and the lore and the symbols and the imagery you found along the way. People involved, names, proper names, and things like that. Picks your brain for about an hour on all kinds of details, the best she can.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom or intelligence check to relay everything in the detail she is requiring.
That was the time for the natural 20. 23.
Yeah, nice. All right, you get all the relevant information out to her to help her complete her work. And with that, she will say, this is invaluable to me as a Pathfinder and someone who studies just history and knowledge. This is all I crave, and you've given me so much to work with. What can I do for you?
Well, we're always looking for information as well. It's been a year since we were last in, and you tell me that no one has found your other party members yet. Have there been any updates on that?
As I said, there was a mirror. And in this mirror, it seemed to open like a portal during an equinox or a solstice. There have been some that have passed. I myself would not go through on my own. I surround myself with skilled adventurers, people who are the best in their own field. Although I have had a tough time recently. I've had a lot of work to do, things that have required my attention. I've tried to form some groups, but I have not had great success. I called upon the Adventurers Guild, and I had some people come by, but I just didn't feel they were right for it. Something was wrong.
Okay, well, we still may consider it, and I can't speak for the rest of my party. We do have a great many of magical items that we need identified.
Gladly.
You want me to list them off, or do you just want to go off your list?
No, we'll use the list, and we can do it after the thing or whatever. She'll say, for the vast information you've given me and all this, the stories, the proper names, everything I'm looking for, I will do this for you for absolutely free. Just keep my offer in the back of your mind for your party. I remember speaking to them before, and they had a variety of great skills someone myself could use. There's a summer solstice, which would be approaching. That would be an ideal time. Or as well, in the fall would be another, if you cannot make the first date.
Well, as I said, I will speak with my party, and if it's something that we're able to take on in any quick time, we will let you know.
She also says, because you remind her who you are and the old party name and everything like that, she goes in the back, excuses herself, goes into the office, and comes out. And she has a item, which is your wand, wrapped in a variety of scroll or parchment. She says, here is everything I have learned. This is a very, very powerful item. I believe you said you've acquired this in the Far Realm.
Yes.
With it, it has a lot of helpful, very powerful magic, but it also has some curses. She says, take your time and study the notes in your free time.
Okay.
And see what you want to do with it. If it is not something you are comfortable holding on to because of its power, I will gladly take it from you and find the correct use for this item.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anything else you need from her?
I don't think there was anything else we needed from her at this point.
All right. With that, you will make your way back, I assume, to the guild house.
Yep.
Okay. In order to meet up with everybody else. As you guys all pull up from your various places, Jackson coming back from the temples, and everyone meeting up, you will see that the people from the boat are there. They have some wagons and whatnot, and they are going to bring your stuff in. They've brought the animals, they've brought all the material, asking you where you want it.
It's probably just going into one of the rooms.
Anybody got a key to the front door?
Yeah, I should still have a key.
Sweet.
We all had keys, so we should all still have them.
All right. I was waiting for that. You gonna open the front door and go in, Kylo?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, Kylo, you go inside.
And see if the door's unlocked first.
Door's locked.
Door's locked. Okay.
You have a lot
unlock
of
the door.
tax notices on the door.
Pull the tax notices down off the door.
All right, make your way inside, and you
Take
go.
them inside.
All enchanted and now bound to you.
What's that?
They're all enchanted and now bound to you forever until you pay.
How many are on there? It's not even been a year.
Gotta pay every month.
I know, but it can't be too much.
Collection notices are looking for you.
What's it say?
I'll
Let me
break
read
your
it before I go
legs.
in.
It has the amount of money owing on the home, and ownership is in question, and all kinds of things like that. Make your way in, and you go into the main room where you once had a very nice setup of the guild house with a big table, fireplace at the far end, leading off to the kitchen, the various rooms, etc., etc. You find it a lot more bare now as you come in, and very quiet. But as you come in, you startle someone. And a little man gets up from a chair. I said, "Who's there? Who goes there?"
It's I.
"I've got weapons in here."
It's the homeowners. We're back. It's the adventuring group.
"Oh,
It's Kylo and Clairval and Jackson.
Kylo, you live,"
And some
he
new-
says.
And
You
some
see,
new friends.
you see this little halfling come over to you, still kind of dressed as a butler, but more tattered and disheveled. I thought you were all dead. I put headstones out back in the yard.
You should have given us a little more time. Come on.
Time? You gave me 1 month's pay for the whole crew.
Well, that was our mistake. We should have given you more.
There were 5 people employed here.
We have the means now to help you.
Oh, should I reassemble the crew then?
If they're willing to come back, sure.
The cleaner,
I know they were your family.
the chef,
Sure.
the stabler,
Yes.
and remember the gopher.
Yes.
I'll get them all back.
I'm going to speak up at this point. I actually have all of your wages calculated and ready for you when you all get here.
He begins just dancing in the middle of the guild house. You wouldn't have brought any food, would you?
You haven't been eating?
Well, I ate what we had, and then the chickens.
Ate the chickens. Well, the chickens would have produced eggs. Why didn't you just keep eating the eggs?
Like eggs. Don't judge.
Were you tired of eggs? The same as Clairval's tired of fish? Well, we brought
There are
brought-
2 barrels of fish that we did bring, yes.
fish and some rum. So
Oh, perfect. I'll get that going for you right away, he says. You see him go out the front door. He starts looking around for stuff to unload and bring in. Guys from the shipyard kind of leave it all there for you, and it can be brought into the house. And whatnot.
Is Tea Leaf?
Tea Leaf. Yeah, he's
Greenleaf.
your halfling butler.
He's the butler. Okay.
Yeah. Who's the only one still there.
Greenleaf, not tea leaf.
Greenleaf, I'm
What?
sorry.
Oh, I had
Greenleaf.
Tea Leaf written down. Okay. Reed leaf? Green leaf?
Green, yeah, like
Greenleaf.
the color.
He's very excited that you're all back and you're all alive. He starts bringing
he's,
things in for you. Says, "Sorry about the furniture. I had to sell some
All right, we get more.
and burn others for warmth." It's very cold.
It's really not.
It's not that cold. Yeah.
We've been in the
And-
north for a while.
Yeah. While he's relaying his tale and setting up to cook us some food and cook himself some food, I'm gonna relay to him the fact that Ragnar is good. He's safe. He's decided to live somewhere else because he would have known Ragnar.
He goes, "Oh wait, that one's not Ragnar." Points over to
Right.
Branthrin.
No, he's way more drunk than Ragnar.
Well, he says, your rooms are all in order. They were not touched.
His name's Branthrin.
The doors were locked. Everything is still there. Although
I
there
guess
may be
maybe
cobwebs
it
in
was.
the beds, I should make them up for you.
Yes, and put another coal on the fire, won't you?
He kind of looks around. I burned everything.
We'll get you a new coal scuttle.
He goes off to start cleaning up and making a way in here. We do have a drawing of the guild house, which we can post in the Discord, of course, for Branthrin and whatnot, if Branthrin wants Ragnar's old room.
Yeah, sure.
I'll take it if you'll let me stay.
And
Yeah,
you
you're
also,
part of the family now.
you also have some guests, of course, with Amiko and Shinju, who will accompany you. Shinju will help unload stuff from the boat into the kitchen and start making up food and getting a fire going for everybody in there. Amiko will sit on what's left of the furniture and relax. And you guys are back in your guild house in the city. What do you want to do or discuss?
So I'm going to mention to Greenleaf once he gets the gopher back, to have him drop the proper paperwork to pay the back taxes on both the house and to get him to give Amiko help to take care of the bar too.
Okay. Got a bunch of calculations we have to do for wealth.
And I'll mention to him that the two ladies will be staying here at the house until the bar is up and running and they're able to move into their
Okay.
lodgings.
He will have to go out into the city. You'll find some cots or makeshift beds for them, as there's only so much room. And actually, how many did we have upstairs? Did we not have 6?
I don't know where's the drawing.
Who's
We
trying-
had spare rooms.
Oh,
We
you
did
know
not
what?
have-
It's
There
in.
was only 4 of us at the time.
It's at the back of the old book. Forgot. This one here. I got the rough sketch anyway.
You used to have one for a computer drawing too, but you may have gotten rid of that.
Oh no, it's somewhere. I'm just wondering
Two
about
roo-
the original
Two rooms
sketch.
up front.
Ah, there it
on
is.
Upstairs, there was a workshop.
Mhm.
There was a couple other things. 'Cause I think May had a workshop.
There was six rooms upstairs. There was 4 small, 2 big, and then in the middle there was 2 rooms. Well, sorry, technically 4 rooms, which I think people use for various workshops and whatnot. Yeah, and then your lower floor, you had the fireplace, the big guild table, and then in the back the kitchen and everything else like that. So you got a good
then Outside, we had the stable and the barn too. Didn't we?
stable in the barn. Yep.
Yeah.
So you got a good 6 rooms up there.
It was a pretty good little piece of land. In the
Yeah. Given to you by the original Lord Jackson.
Yeah. Not the pirate Lord Jackson.
Not the pirate Lord Jackson.
Not to be confused with also the adventurer Jackson.
The Adventure Jackson. It's in another timeline.
Who may be somewhere else in this world that we may run into someday, or we may find his corpse. And who knows?
Okay, you did that, you did that, you did that. I'm just writing down things as we go.
Jackson is gonna replace the livestock that's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably get a bit more livestock now that we have some more money. Maybe get an actual functioning chicken coop.
Well,
More
that
than 2
night,
chickens.
you're going to have to make do with what you got from the boat and kind of just get
Oh,
through
yeah,
the
for
night.
tonight, but we'll
In the
play
next
at
couple
plans.
days, yeah, for sure. You guys can get, you can fix the place up, you can get livestock.
Say we
You
were
can,
to do the dishes tonight. Let's just splurge.
Oh, are we going out to the Rusty Dragon? Not the Rusty Dragon. We're going out to the Red Dragon for dinner. Actually, we should stop into the Stone and
The stone and
Raven. Stone and
Raven.
Raven. Yeah, because we can go and see our if our people are still there, our friends.
Sophia and
Yes, Sophia was the elven barmaid, right?
the elven bartender and the
And then there was Blakely,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with the dark hair.
See, we take notes.
I got here. I got other elf.
Other
Blake-
elf.
Blakely with dark hair, server, jerk.
Jerk. She was a jerk.
Because she's got an attitude. Sophia's the one that was always nodding to me and telling me what's going on. So,
Yep, she's very happy. Is that what you want to do tonight? Make your way out. Greenleaf will take care of stuff there along with Shaiju and Amiko. Guys, make your way out and down to the Tavern District where you go back into your Stone and Raven to the place where you met Lord Jackson originally and undertook the quest to go to the mansion. And you make your way inside. Bar on the right, stage on the left of this one, where Mr. Clairvalis played many times.
there's probably a plaque here for him.
She retired the stage since I've been gone.
No one's been quite as good as him.
And as always, Sophia,
A reminder that no one else can measure up.
the elf will see you from behind the bar and come running, throw her arms around you and cheer you as has not seen you in forever and very, very glad you're back. Gives you a big hug,
Yeah.
brings you
Glad
in,
to see you too.
pulls you over to the bar. Let me get you some food, she says.
Sure.
Where have you been? Tell us everything. Kind of shoos some people out of the way off the bar stools, gets you a spot to sit.
Relay a bit of a quick recap of some of our adventures. Nothing too detailed to give anything away.
Nice.
Poorly.
She go behind the bar and keep you well fed, get you some drinks, hang on every word, very excited and whatnot to hear your adventures. As you guys are back, Blakely, of course, will come up, pass you by. She's serving out to the tables there and say, yeah, welcome back. Good to see you.
Chipper as always, Blakely.
In her normal
Chipper as always.
manner.
Stone and Raven.
Welcome.
Take your order,
What do you want?
asshole.
What do you want? Yeah.
Not much of a tip, is it? Sophia will look over to Clairville and kind of nod towards the stage like, will you play?
Yes, of course. So that would be a 23 on a performance.
Yeah, all right. Make your way up to the
Let's be
stage
jumping
and
tonight.
just light it up with terrific music, filling the place back up, making everybody in there turn their heads to watch the bard perform. Sophia herself jumping up and down, clapping, very, very happy to have such great music and well-known people back, heroes in her very bar, which she'll tell her other patrons more of who you are and some of the stuff she thinks you've done, very much embellish and whatnot, keep you happy and fed into the night.
I say, oh, well, if you want to hear embellishment, listen to the man on the stage, because here we go.
All the fact.
Telling his epic tales and playing his fantastic music. As you guys have a wonderful night there. Branthrin, you were treated to drinks and food and fine service. And
As he's playing, I'm just going to yell up to Clairville, what exactly rhymes with Oni?
And Kylog riding on his pony.
Touche.
as you were treated very well after coming down the river on a raft and going through an epic adventure in the north where you had good times and you had bad times. You got a place with nice company of people. Seems very safe and stable. They seem to have their own place. Kylo, give me a perception.
That would be a 16.
You have a great night. You're having a good time, good company, everything like that as you're making your way around, good drink in hand, just walking around, taking in the performance by Kylo and that. You can't help but notice that table still at the back of the bar, just past the stage, under the windows. where you first met Lord Jackson. Still empty. No one seems to be sitting there. A chair pulled out where you once sat. Just reminisce about your first adventure and who this man was that helped get you on your way, get you everything. Have a good night. Make your way back to everybody else. And what do you guys want to do? Head back to the guild house for the night?
Jackson
sit.
is got
I'm
a
gonna sit at the
question.
old table and just take in the whole room.
Yeah. All right.
Reminisce about our initial adventure where I met a staunchy bard and a very regimented dwarf, and we formed our little traveling band where we took on we had sightless gnomes lead us on adventures with on a carriage fighting wolves along the way in the darkness.
All right. What's Jackson doing?
Jackson is asking if anyone's heard news of the playwright from about a year ago who had made a very successful play.
You're right.
Shit, I'm trying to remember.
The one who made the play from our story of the manor.
That's what it was with the scribe, right?
Yep. The one who had gotten the story from Clairval.
That's what it was. That was more in the royal quarter, but by the Bardic College. However, if you ask that specific knowledge, being very well versed in the gossip of the city, that is part of what Sophia is going on about. She's talking about you guys and your adventures and inspiring all kinds of things. She will bring up the play at that point and say, these are the people that inspired that. This is where it all started. Promoting her bar, herself, you guys, and whatnot along the way.
Sure, she's gonna say, but that guy didn't quite look like Jackson of note.
If that does come up, Jackson will cast Alter Self and change himself into a tabaxi.
Ah. Oh yeah, I remember that too. That was something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Where was my... All right.
Make the DM dig for the deep notes.
There's some deep notes, man.
Deep cut, yeah.
Been a long time. Enjoy, take everything in, and then at the end of the night, I assume go back to the guild house, have a good sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And in the morning, you can start going out and doing all your random chores for the city, things you want for the house, etc., etc. Overall, what do you want to discuss as your next plan of action? Do you want to get together and talk about what we're going to...
Was my looking around the bar just for reminiscence sake?
Did you do a perception?
Yeah, I did a 16.
You got a 16. With a 16, near where you're sitting in Lord Jackson's old chair, and you're just taking in the play, or the music and everything from Clairval on the stage, leaning back in the chair and enjoying your drink. You look down on the ground and something catches your eye. See a little silver pin of some note sitting on the ground.
Yeah, and it looks like...
Pick it up. It's got a little symbol on it you haven't seen
With my
before.
gloved hand, yes, I picked it up.
With your gloved hand. With my gloved hand and my pole from 10 feet away. It's a little enamel pin that is green and has an odd symbol you have not seen on it before.
Doesn't bring anything to mind.
Doesn't bring anything to mind.
What does the symbol look like?
It is a little windmill that is gold, outlined, and then on a green field.
Later, after the performance, as we're heading back to the house, I'm going to show it to Clairval and see if he knows the heraldry behind it.
Okay.
What would you like, DM, history, or arcana?
History.
History. $15.
15. There were many noble lands in northern Ashura before the demon infestation. Great manners that were out in the plains. This is imagery of one of the houses. Just like we had the house for Raywind, this would be a house for a different family. No name comes to mind, but the idea behind it.
So I'll relay that to Carlo.
So it's a noble house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would it be doing? Like, you found that at the bar?
Found it at the bar in our old table, under our old table. We would have sat with Lord Jackson now. That's a year ago. I don't know that it's his, but
No, but others might have seen us come into town. And if they knew of us, they might know that we'd be coming here.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, with the fact that we're already being tracked by some trouble, that's alarming.
or it could be nothing at all.
It's never nothing with us.
I know it's never nothing at all, but something's got to be nothing at all.
Discuss your find.
You find a small sliver on the floor. Oh, it's something.
It's something.
Left behind by the great wood-eating northern worm. That's the way it plays out with our group.
I'll also remind everyone, Ren's still hoping that we'll try and track down her old adventuring party.
Yeah, well, I plan to see Ren about that. She originally told me about it. I want to get a little more information and update on it if you didn't get too much from her.
I told her that if we were going to be going to go on that, we'd come see her to get more details.
I think
For us, because that's going to be quite the endeavor.
I think we might be able to get more information on this this heraldry though in the morning, maybe at the Mages Guild, since they do deal with a lot of the court politics. Or if you have a historian that you've been talking to, we could go see them.
Well, I think Red is our historian that we'd be talking to.
Yeah, the Pathfinder might have some information. We could see Ren for that.
All right, you guys got a rest for the evening?
Jackson will mention that some of the people from the Water Temple did want to come and see the artifacts that we found from the Water Elves.
Artifacts, yep.
Chief among those being the painful trident.
Branthman's gonna carve himself a bow and some arrows.
Just gonna make it yourself?
Sure. I am a wood carver.
Oh, he's a wood carver. Okay.
Because he's a poor man, he's got no money left because he drank it all.
No, in my spare time while we're waiting for things to do.
All right.
Gonna make it out of one of the old rum barrels.
He'll whittle himself a bow.
Yeah, I am.
And a little bit of cat gut that you picked up along the road.
All right. So we got a bunch of different things that we want to look at and do, or talk to.
Yeah, I want to say to Jackson, if you're going back to the temple quarter, I want to go make a visit to my deity and give a donation as well. Which I had it written down. I can't remember the name of your deity.
I'll get it for you. Do you remember what it was? At Cultric Isis?
It's like Seluna or something like that, or say.
Oh. Then it is. Sorry, there's my deity guide. Cultric. I got Cultric Isis. I got Candoris. Silvacura.
Silvacura, that's it.
There we are. Silvacura, protector of the forest, dancer of the woods, a huntress. You'll find a small nature-based temple to her in the city.
Yeah, so I want to make a stop there if we're going back to the temple quarter.
Okay, we can do all kinds of minor things too in the city, depending on what you want to do. Is there any major thing you want to discuss?
No, the major discussion would be to go. Other than figuring out everything for the house, that's kind of a major thing, and then the bar, that's kind of everyday schlock or whatever you want to call it.
Just so being
discuss. Oh yeah.
being 11:42, as we're
Yep.
getting there, and we can do all kinds of city stuff. We can even do a game all city stuff. Doesn't matter. Do we want to discuss, or do we want to work on that? Maybe it doesn't come up yet. What our next priority is.
Where are we going from here?
Well, we can spend the evening talking around the fire now that the house is kind of
Okay.
more settled, about where we go next. So we have the option to take Ren up on her rescue mission, I guess it would be, and find a little more information about that. At the same time, we're looking for some way, and she might have an idea, because I don't think you asked her about the city of Sigil. If her mirror portal can go to other planes other than where it's directed to, where the party goes, maybe we can get to the city of Doors through there, to find our way to wherever we have to get rid of this hoof, or find the cold iron.
You have
I think our path lies either through the mirror to find our way to the city of Sigil, which may lead us to something to do with the hoof, or to focus on finding something to take care of the hoof. Essentially, it all comes back to the hoof.
City of Sigil, Adventurers Guild, hoof, artifacts to the temple. You had the mirror with Ren. What was another? Investigate some items you found. I'm just
we know
trying.
we're going to be in town for at least a week, so that Clairvel's headset can be reworked.
Yep. Town.
Yeah, we see
Jackson.
the Adventurers Guild if we need to hire anybody for our next adventure.
Given the fact that the crew has been paid, Jackson does want to go back and talk to them at some point and see if they still want to continue on with us,
Okay.
or if we need to find a new crew.
Okay. I was going to write down a whole bunch of stuff here that we can work on or go. If you want to play it out, we can do a lot of these, play them all out in a session, having a big town session. I'm down with that. I just want to know what to start for an event. And maybe we don't have an answer yet, which is fine. Maybe we'll come across an answer.
I was saying to
For-
Jackson when he mentions that, I'm like, I'm pretty sure with all the gifts you've given to that crew, they're probably going to want to re-up with us. Plus, they know the ship.
I've done the math on it, and knowing that crew, they have 25 gold a night for a week, and then they're broke.
That's all they have. Oh my goodness. Half of them have magical weapons too.
No, all 4 of them do.
All of them do? Okay.
All of them have their own magical weapon. 3 of them are the exact same weapon, and Raoul has a fancier one.
Yeah.
How big's the crew now?
It's 4.
4.
We lost one, right? We had 5 originally. So we're
He
gonna
got,
replace
No.
this one.
He got reincarnated.
He got
Oh, did he?
reincarnated. Yeah, through the druid.
I thought we had 5 originally.
No, 4. 3 that are skilled, and 1 that we hired on that's from the Green Hand crew.
Who's now skilled?
Ranthorn's going to take all of his crossbow bolts and crossbow bolt holder and throw it in the fire.
Damn you, curse!
That's a good idea. Jackson's gonna sift through the hoard that we have and see if there's any crossbows or anything like that, and get rid of those.
Burn them all.
We've not been taking up crossbows. We've been breaking them as we find them.
You'll be able to buy weapons and armor in town. You have a lot of money. We'll have to go through the money, of course, in Discord and pull out some of it for other party members, NPCs, taxes, money you're giving to Amico and who else you're giving it to. Also, wand. I'm just writing down all our little leads. Wand from Ren. There's another one. Okay, so I have all our leads for different things. Anything else anybody can think of that's a lead, a major lead that we want to explore maybe in the future?
We can always check the Adventurers Guild to see what the next tier of quests are.
I did write that
This
down.
might be, maybe some of some importance.
I got Adventurers Guild rank 2.
I want to have dealt with as well.
Which one?
Cursed items. We've got that
Oh.
cursed word and scabbard.
I also have a couple things that I'd like to get checked out. I have a silver pendant that has a blue gem and a magical property.
Branthrin has. I'll put Branthrin's items.
Let's just assume that the deal through Ren is we can get anything that isn't, because I don't have a list
Yeah.
of everything.
No, that's fine.
Anything that isn't identified can get identified.
All the identifications she will do. If it's a super rare item, it'll take her time, but she can do it. And she will do it for you for providing the information. I got about 13 things right now that are leads for different quests or different adventures kind of thing. Some big, some small. So I'm going to...
Well, I'm still holding to the fact in game for the group that we need to deal with the item from the Fey Realm.
Oh,
we need
very
to deal
much.
With it.
Yeah, for sure.
We have
That is our priority quest right now.
we have organizations out there that are moving against us for this thing. I don't trust necessarily giving it over to anybody, any one group, because you don't know what their motives are. And we may want to hire some guards for the house.
It's a good idea.
We can check with our butler to see who he recommends, because I'm sure there's someone at the Fighters College that he can talk to get
Or the Adventurers Guild.
a couple of red shirts for us.
Got an Adventurers Guild.
Well, we'll be hiring some adventurers because we'll probably need a rogue to go with us on the next adventure. We may want to seek out a cleric too if there's any adventuring clerics
Okay.
or druids.
All good things, all good notes that we'll have bits and pieces of for next time. And we'll do some stuff in Discord too as we can. And then, next time, like I said, if we just want to sit in town and work on stuff, we could do that before we head out. And I'll get some stuff prepared along the way so it's not too much shopping as we go. And then, you'll have to, in-game, come to conclusions on what we should do next and what's the most important thing to do. And we're at a very good spot. We've done an entire beginning adventure in the Fey Realm. We've done an entire northern adventure, and now finally made our way back to the original city where we started.
Far Realm, not Fey Realm.
Far Realm. Did I say the wrong thing? Okay.
I said Fey Realm.
As we made our way back with a fortune now and our own airship, and the ability to get a lot more geared up and rested up and to set out on what we think is the most important thing next.
Plus,
So
once
that's
we get
awesome.
get Amico's bar up and running again, we'll have a business to sponsor us,
Free
got-
ale.
as well as we'll have someone to trade stuff we can bring back.
Yep.
I mentioned since Amico's here, Amico and Jackson, that you may want to set up a little business structure for the ship if the crew's going to be fishing and the alcohols we bring back from other lands.
He's quite the merchant man. Excellent, guys. Okay, we got a lot of really good stuff in there. Like I said, anything else, give us a drop in the D&D channel, and we'll try to flush it out the best we can. I'll get notes up there for the wand and everything like that, and you guys can deal with that. And we will try to get back here next Sunday between 9:30 and 12 Eastern Standard Time for our game. So anybody who did come by, if you like our homebrew game, every Sunday we play 9:30 till 12 Eastern Standard Time. You can check out the VODs here on Twitch, UPM_gaming. Also check out Caldane5. All his info right there in the thing. He is a streamer as well over at...
We're just going to throw the Discord link up in the
there you go.
chat in case anybody wants to come by and ask questions about the campaign or give us your thoughts on anything into the D&D channel. Come and join. We'll get you ranked up into a position where you can talk to us in the Discord.
Yeah, we got YouTube for the previous VODs that are all there. They're in Season 1, 2, and 3, and you can watch the adventures of the guys as they go through. And May, who is... I forget about because I can't see her, and I think she's asleep.
Fell asleep. Yeah. She actually left the Discord a while ago.
All right. Is she in the? Okay. Well,
She probably disconnected this time.
Yeah, we'll get her up to speed.
follow up with her and see what's going on, and we will do that. What do you want to do? Want to raid out? I think we got some people. Let's raid
we
out.
could find something to raid out too. What do you want to go? You want to go to a gaming channel, or you want to go to a D&D channel?
Well, I like to do D&D. Keep it in the D or role playing. Let's say role playing.
See who we
can do
have
anything.
on. We got
Anybody doing a unique, cool role
we
playing?
got Mythos Mori, which has we got 16 people watching Dungeons and Dragons right now. And we've got Plot Points Gaming also that's on.
What are they playing?
It says Carousing Rukan Dral, season one, episode 13, Band of Brothers, and then the other one is Veiled Skies, The Way to Weymouth, which is the Mythos Mori.
All right. How do you spell that one? MYTHOS?
Yep. MORI.
Let's go say hi. All right.
We've rated them before, so we'll rate them again.
Yeah. All right, guys. What we're gonna do is raid out here. We're gonna play a final movie, our little end of the night movie, Pale Moon song by our own Big Papa Nut, who's got a terrible name, but he's very
Big Papa Nut, is that his
very
name?
entertaining. I'm gonna have to drop his links. He's doing big things, man. He's going on tour, so that's pretty cool.
I think he just dropped a song that has Lil Wayne in it.
Yeah, he's got.
Oh,
that's
really?
who it
Wow.
is, Lil Wayne. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He's doing good.
Everybody hit that exclamation souls. See how many souls you lost tonight while you watched us.
All right,
I lost,
guys.
8,019 and I died.
All right. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to play the movie. We'll see you. Thanks for coming out. For everybody who played, we'll be
Raid
around in
out.
the Discord, and we'll play the movie and raid out. See you.
Good night.
See you.
See ya.
So,
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Ah. Hello?
oh,
Hello, hello.